Have you ever wondered what daily life looks like for a man who reshaped Hollywood, dominated bodybuilding, and even led California? Once the cameras stop? Inside Arnold Schwarzenegger's 6-acre Brentwood estate, the answer is nothing like the action-packed image the world knows. Here, his mornings begin with his animals. His workouts happen in a private gym built just steps from his kitchen, and his routines reveal a quieter, more thoughtful side of him. In today's video, we take you through the gates and into the world he truly lives in. Peaceful, disciplined, and surprisingly warm. Arnold Schwarzenegger's story begins in the quiet village of Thal, Austria, where discipline was strict, expectations were small, and dreams felt far away. But even as a boy, Arnold sensed that his future did not belong to the narrow roads of his hometown. He wanted a larger life, one built from effort, courage, and ambition. At 13, he stepped into a small gym for the first time. The cold iron, the posters of champions, and the feeling of strength sparked something in him. While his father hoped he would follow a traditional path, Arnold decided he would build his own. Bodybuilding became less a sport and more a map out of the life he knew. Training became his language. By the time he reached his late teens, he was already competing internationally. The stage became his second home. Bright lights, applause, and the thrill of pushing his limits. His victories in Europe weren't just medals, they were confirmation that he had found his path. Then came the leap that changed everything, moving to the United States. He arrived with an accent no one understood, a name no one could pronounce, and a dream no one believed in except him. But Hollywood has always respected determination, and Arnold had more of it than anyone. His first roles were small, often odd, but he treated each one as a challenge. Hercules in New York introduced him to film sets. Pumping Iron introduced him to the world. And then Conan the Barbarian proved he could command the screen, not because of size, but because of presence. In 1984, The Terminator changed his career forever. The role showed the world that he wasn't just a bodybuilder trying to act. He was an actor with charisma, timing, and a unique ability to turn even a single line into movie history. What followed was a wave of films that defined an era: Predator, Commando, The Running Man, Total Recall, True Lies, and comedies like Twins and Kindergarten Cop. His career became a symbol of reinvention, from athlete to actor, from outsider to icon. Then, in 2003, Arnold surprised the world again by stepping into politics. His announcement to run for governor of California felt like another one of his bold choices. Unexpected, brave, and driven by the desire to solve real problems. He served for 8 demanding years, facing crises, challenges, and responsibilities far different from film sets. But the discipline he learned in bodybuilding and the leadership he developed in Hollywood helped shape him into a public servant who focused on action rather than image. After leaving office, he didn't slow down. He returned to acting, continued his advocacy work for fitness and the environment, and embraced a new phase of life. Calmer, more reflective, but still filled with purpose. Today, Arnold's story feels less like a timeline and more like a quiet reminder of what determination can build. His life shows how far discipline, focus, and belief in yourself can carry you, even from the smallest places. And as the years pass, he continues to grow, adapt, and inspire, proving that strength is not just in the body, but in the choices you make every day. And now, let's explore the Brentwood estate where Arnold finds peace, routine, and the kind of quiet strength that doesn't need a spotlight. Brentwood Estate, Arnold Schwarzenegger's private Mediterranean sanctuary in Los Angeles. Hidden behind towering hedges in Brentwood, Arnold Schwarzenegger's 6-acre estate rises like a private Mediterranean sanctuary. White stucco walls, red-tiled roofs, arched windows glowing softly as the daylight fades. From the very first step, This place feels less like a mansion and more like the quiet world Arnold built after decades of discipline, fame, and reinvention. Step into the living room, and the first thing you feel is warmth. High ceilings stretch above soft, neutral furniture, while a massive stone fireplace anchors the room with quiet strength. Sunlight pours in through floor-to-ceiling glass doors that slide away completely, letting the room merge seamlessly with the courtyard outside. Woven chandeliers hang above, casting a soft golden glow that turns the space into a peaceful retreat after long days of training. Next is the kitchen, where luxury meets daily routine. Brass-trimmed marble counters run along pale cabinetry, and a large island sits at the center like a sculptural piece. Everything here feels tailored, precise, and ready for big family meals. Wide windows brighten the room, and every detail reflects comfort blended with sophistication. Behind the kitchen is the formal dining area, wrapped in warm textures and soft lighting, designed for quiet gatherings rather than Hollywood display. Upstairs, the bedrooms each carry their own personality. One suite is wrapped in soft green floral patterns with a private balcony overlooking the tennis court. Another uses deep neutrals to create calm, with morning light sliding across the surface of polished wood floors. These rooms don't shout luxury, they whisper it. Everything is soft, intentional, and deeply private. The bathrooms elevate the home into something almost artistic. One is carved entirely from swirling black and white marble, looking like smoke frozen into stone. Another feels like an old-world spa, with rose-colored marble arching above the shower and an oversized tub glowing under warm lights. Each bathroom is its own sanctuary, the kind of place where Arnold can slow down, disconnect, and recover. From there, you move toward the private theater, hidden behind dark walls and soft carpeting. Rows of plush recliners face a massive screen, a room designed for silence, comfort, and escape. Just steps away, glass doors open to the courtyard, where the estate expands into sunlight. At the center of the property lies a long mosaic swimming pool, surrounded by olive trees, terracotta pots, and cushioned loungers. The water glows in blues and greens, reflecting the house's balconies and arched corridors above. This is where the estate feels the most like a Mediterranean retreat, quiet, warm, perfectly still. But the home's most unforgettable area sits just beyond the pool, the open-air pavilion. Under a soaring timber ceiling, woven chandeliers cast rings of amber light over soft white seating. And tucked inside this pavilion is the detail that defines the estate at night, the emerald green bar. Wrapped in glossy green tiles and carved into 3 glowing arches, the bar feels like a hidden European lounge. Marble counters curve gently around cream-upholstered stools, and glass shelves sparkle with crystal under warm lights. Just a few steps away is the full-size tennis court, lit beautifully for evening practice. And connected directly to it through sliding glass is the indoor-outdoor gym, equipped with treadmills, strength machines, and everything Arnold needs for the disciplined routine he never left behind. In the quiet glow of dusk, Arnold's Brentwood estate stops feeling like a mansion and becomes something more personal. A world built from decades of discipline, risk, and reinvention. Every room, every courtyard, every warm light under the red-tiled roof reflects the man he has become, calmer, wiser, and finally at peace with the life he earned. This place is not a display of wealth. It is the chapter where strength softens into serenity, and where Arnold chooses to live his days with space, purpose, and the quiet freedom he spent a lifetime reaching for. And now let's explore the cars associated with his strong vitality and discipline. Car collection. The GMC Yukon Denali is the car Arnold reaches for on the days he wants comfort without needing to think. He likes the way it feels steady the moment he settles into the wide leather seat. the cabin quiet enough for him to gather his thoughts before a meeting or after the gym. The first time he drove it, he was heading through Brentwood with one of his sons in the passenger seat, both laughing about an old family story. Its V8 engine gives it solid strength, around 420 horsepower, and today, a well-kept Denali is valued near $80,000 US. For Arnold, this was his daily driver, a true companion. The Mercedes-Benz G-Class came into his life for a different reason. He wanted something with personality, a machine that felt bold, honest, almost stubborn in its design. Inside, the cabin is wrapped in thick black leather, with a cold, brushed metal dashboard and wide, supportive seats that make the whole interior feel like a moving fortress. Arnold drove the G-Class through the quiet streets of Los Angeles, the windows slightly open to let the solid growl of the engine settle around him like part of his own strength. Depending on the year and trim, it can be worth $150,000 to $200,000 today. It is the car he takes when he wants to feel unshakable. The last one is the Cadillac Escalade, the quiet giant in his garage, roomy, smooth, and perfect for days when Arnold wants to move through the city without attracting attention. Inside, the cabin feels like a rolling lounge with soft leather seats, wide digital screens, and a calm, insulated silence that makes every ride effortless. A modern Escalade sits around $100,000 US, and Arnold keeps it for practical days, interviews, studio visits, and quick trips into town, moments when comfort matters more than style. Each one reflects a different side of him, the worker, the warrior, and the man who values peace when the cameras are off. And to understand how he achieved everything he has today, we now look at the wealth he has steadily built over the decades. Income and net worth. Arnold Schwarzenegger's income story begins with one stunning number. His net worth today stands near $850 million. It is a fortune built from many directions, and none of it came easy. What makes the journey remarkable is how low it began. His very first major Hollywood paycheck was only $75,000 for The Terminator, a sum that felt small at the time but later became the spark that changed his future. From that point, the money grew fast. By the early 1990s, Arnold had become one of the highest-paid actors in the world, earning between $20 million and $30 million for each major movie. Films like Total Recall, True Lies, and the later Terminator installments pushed him deeper into the financial elite. His largest single payment came from Terminator 3, where the combination of salary, bonuses, and profit participation lifted his total income from that movie alone to nearly $110 million. But acting was only one part of the machine. From the moment he arrived in the United States, Arnold invested every extra dollar into real estate. He began with a small apartment building bought with borrowed money, sold it for profit, and kept moving upward. A 12-unit building, a 36-unit building, then a 100-unit property. By the time he turned 25, long before Hollywood fame, he was already a real estate millionaire. Today, his commercial real estate portfolio alone is worth between $100 million and $200 million. His boldest decision came in 1996, when he purchased 5% of Dimensional Fund Advisors, a company that managed $12 billion at the time. The company now manages close to $700 billion, and Arnold's 5% stake is estimated to be worth between $300 billion and $500 billion before taxes. It is one of the most valuable financial positions he owns. He continued to earn from books, fitness publications, brand endorsements, and image rights, all supporting the lifestyle he built. Private properties, a mountain retreat, a coastal home for his children, and the gated Brentwood estate valued around $30 million where he still lives today. Even his time as governor came with a financial story of its own. Arnold refused the $175,000 yearly salary and spent 8 years serving the state while sacrificing nearly $200 million in potential acting income. It was a choice that reflected his priorities more than his wallet. Together, these income streams reveal a life built on discipline, risk, and the belief that success should create freedom rather than limit it. Now, we move into the chapter where his wealth becomes purpose. His long, steady journey of philanthropy. Philanthropy. His biggest and most personal commitment is helping children find strength through sports and education. For more than 2 decades, Arnold has supported the After School All-Stars program, donating over $50 million to build safe spaces, fund teachers, supply sports equipment, and give scholarships. Another major chapter in his charity work came during the years he served as governor. Instead of taking the yearly salary of $175,000, he refused every penny and redirected his time and influence toward environmental causes. He partnered with clean air foundations, wildlife organizations, and global climate groups, contributing more than $10 million of his own money to programs focused on renewable energy and forest protection. He has also been a steady supporter of veterans and first responders. Inspired by the discipline of his own father and the memories of soldiers he met throughout his life, Arnold has donated over $3 million to housing programs, mental health support, and job training services for veterans across the United States. During the recent crises of homelessness in California, Arnold stepped forward again. He donated $500,000 to build tiny homes for unhoused veterans and personally delivered furniture, food, and supplies to new residents. He also continues to fund youth health programs, elderly care centers, and emergency relief efforts. Whether it is sending $100,000 to wildfire victims, donating hundreds of shelter beds, or covering medical costs for those who cannot afford treatment, Arnold acts quickly and quietly. He rarely speaks about these contributions because, to him, charity is not an announcement. It is an obligation. His philanthropy is not a performance. It is the natural result of a life built on gratitude, opportunity, and the desire to give back. Now we step into his personal world, the quieter side of Arnold Schwarzenegger, where family, routine, and daily life reveal the man behind the legacy. Personal life. Arnold Schwarzenegger's life today moves at a calmer pace, but it is filled with the routines, people, and moments that keep him grounded. He still lives in his Brentwood home, the place that has held his family for decades, and most mornings begin the same way. A quiet walk around the property with his dogs, followed by a simple breakfast that he prepares himself. Family remains at the center of his life. Catherine visits often with her husband Chris Pratt and their children, turning the house into a lively, warm space whenever they arrive. Arnold loves these gatherings, especially the small, ordinary moments. Reading stories to his grandchildren, watching them run around the garden, or cooking a big meal for everyone when they stay late. He also spends time with Patrick, who frequently joins him for workouts, charity events, or long conversations in the backyard gym. Even though his family lives nearby, Arnold makes a point of showing up for their birthdays, school events, and celebrations, always wanting to remain a steady presence in their lives. He keeps a close circle of friends, too. Many afternoons are spent cycling around Los Angeles with a small group he has trained with for years. They ride through Santa Monica, Venice, and up the hills toward Malibu, talking about business, movies, and whatever is happening in their lives. Cycling has become one of Arnold's favorite hobbies, a mix of exercise, fresh air, and freedom that makes him feel strong and clear-minded. When he is not home, Arnold travels for short trips, usually for charity missions, environmental events, or visits to friends in Europe. His recent visits to Austria are always emotional. He returns to see old friends, support local causes, and spend time in the countryside where he grew up. He also enjoys quick escapes to Idaho, where he hikes, rests, and disconnects from the noise of the city. His days are simple but full. He trains for at least 1 hour every morning, lifts weights to keep his body sharp, and spends much of his afternoons writing newsletters, reviewing scripts, or planning new projects. In the evenings, he often invites friends over for dinner, cooks for them, and ends the night watching a movie or feeding his animals before bed. His donkey and miniature horse wander freely around the kitchen, making the house feel warm and alive. What defines Arnold's personal life today is not fame, but rhythm, consistent routines, meaningful relationships, and small habits that give him balance. He enjoys the life he has built, stays close to the people who matter most, and moves through each day with gratitude and purpose. If you enjoyed this journey into Arnold Schwarzenegger's world, make sure to follow the channel for more stories like this. Leave a comment, share your thoughts, and tell us which celebrity you want to explore next. Your support helps us bring these stories to life, and there is so much more ahead.